Got a great show for you today. It appears that the Jets and Giants, according to this radio station and every single person that called in, had the greatest drafts of all time. So we're all winning Super Bowls. It's going to be great. I woke up today and I listened to a good portion of your guys' draft show driving home yesterday, but of course was home by the time the Jets and Giants, drafted. So I've seen the highlights and I've heard all the calls. But I can tell you that I've worked at this radio station starting in 2007. I had a 3-year hiatus, of course, came back a year and a half ago. And in my lifetime of listening to this radio station, since the day it started as an intern back in 1987, I have never heard WFAN in the positive manner in which I've heard this radio station over the last 12 hours. Good afternoon, Evan. How are you today, kid?
You're so right about that.
I've never witnessed it.
And that doesn't mean I don't love the drafts for either team, but we do need, at least I need to, caution everybody. We got to take a deep breath. We have no idea if Ahmed Sauce Gardner is going to be the greatest cornerback in the history of football.
Oh, no, it's already done.
We have no idea if Kayvon Thibodeau is going to be the greatest pass rusher.
Already done.
We have no idea if Evan Neal's going to be Eric Flowers or Andrew Thomas or DeBrickashaw Ferguson. So on paper, yes, it was a good draft.
Yeah.
But I have sat here for many years where we have said, oh, my God, can you believe Eli Apple fell to the Giants? Can you believe Prince Amukamara was sitting there? He was supposed to go top 10. I can't believe Leonard Williams dropped to the Jets where they did. I've heard this before. I've seen this before. It doesn't mean I'm being negative. We all just need to take a deep breath.
Now, can we say on paper they had great drafts? Yeah, they did on paper for sure.
Sure.
But I've never heard WFAN callers like I've heard all day, and I love it. And I hope you continue. So bring it, 877-337-6666. And I'm not the bearer of bad news. And I thought the draft was great last night. I did. Now I got to watch them play football games because you're talking about two franchises that in the last 5 years have the worst records of any team in the sport. And it sucks, frankly, over the last 5 years.
But I think you just hit on this.
Yeah.
I think that point you just made is a part of why there's so much optimism. Because things have been so bad for so long.
So bad. Like beyond bad, like so bad.
So bad.
Yeah.
That on a night where I, as a Jet fan, said, hey, I really want a pass rusher. Hey, I really want a potential star receiver. Where Giant fans said, we need another offensive lineman. Hey, we could use a pass rusher. Jet fans and Giant fans got what they wanted.
Yeah.
So I think you combine that with the negativity of what we've seen for the last decade, and I think that's what builds up to this ultra optimism.
Now, there are some people in life, Evan, that believe, that there's a track record of predictions, a track record of being right about things, and a track record of being wrong about things. So much so that you can rely on it. You may feel the same way. Like when it comes to a big storm, there might be certain weather people that you go, you know what, that guy or gal is always right. Whatever they say, I'm going with.
Sure.
That guy or gal over there, they never get it right. I'm not going with them, right?
A good specific example I'll give is when Craig Carton goes on the radio and says the Yankees are going to sweep a team, he's usually really, really right about
Thank
it,
you for
as
that.
he's been
That's right.
2 series in a row.
That's correct. I'm back-to-back winners on that one, right? Well, I just want you to be cautious. This is my soapbox moment for you, okay? I thought last night was great. The Jets are winning a Super Bowl. Great. I thought last night was great for the Giants. The Giants are going to win 7 games. Awesome. Which is a major upgrade. So be happy I even gave you that.
How you gave the Jets the Super Bowl and the Giants 7 wins.
The Giants are so far away from it. Giving them 7 wins is a gift, okay? But here's the problem, okay?
What?
The problem here, okay, is that there is a well-known, okay, kiss of death.
Oh, no.
Okay. And I don't want to say names, okay, but after the New York Jets, okay, took Sauce Gardner, okay.
No.
Somebody went to Twitter, okay. They said they would never go to Twitter, but they're on Twitter now, all right. They went to Twitter, okay. And they came out and said, okay, that Sauce Gardner, okay, is the greatest player in this draft. Okay. Mike Francesca has just ruined all the good feelings we had as Jet fans by announcing that the New York Jets first-round draft pick, Sauce Gardner, was not just the best cornerback, he was the best player in the entire draft. Okay.
So you have just confirmed to me Sauce Gardner's D. Milner. Great.
Sauce Gardner's going to tear 2 ACLs while eating an ice cream cone in Central Park tomorrow. And we're going to look at Mike Francesca and go, you son of a bitch. You had to do it to us. But all jokes aside, look, he was great, man. You know, edge rusher, starting cornerback, offensive lineman, all good. I mean, we have not seen a lot of these guys play many downs other than highlight videos that have come out, so let's be honest about it. We are basing this opinion on what other people say and what we've seen.
You know what we're basing
very
it
little
on?
of, but feels good.
You know what we're basing it on? Because I think we've all said this before. Mock drafts for the last 3 months. And the reason I say that is, and I've heard this from a lot of Giant fans, hey, Kayvon Thibodeau was a guy who was projected to go number 1 overall. Evan Neal was projected as number 1 or number 2 overall. Even Jermaine Johnson, we talked the other day about the Jets taking Jermaine Johnson at 4 or 10. So when you end up trading up for him and getting him at 26,
right,
there's this sense of, oh my God, the value. So I think a part of the excitement is 3 months ago, Evan Neal, Kayvon Thibodeau never would have been in your imagination at 5 and 7. 2 days ago, Jermaine Johnson II wouldn't have been in your imagination at 26. So sometimes it's kind of the bar being set of where these guys are going to go. Because you're right. Like, how much have we really seen of Jermaine Johnson?
No, we haven't. I mean, again, I've seen the same videotapes you guys have seen. Now, the only thing I'll tell you from it, if you believe in Joe Douglas, from a Jet perspective, Joe Douglas came out and said last night that we got 3 of our top 8 ranked guys. That when they did their ranking of players, regardless of position, that the 3 guys they took were ranked in their top 8.
I believe that.
Which to me means Johnson was 8th.
Yeah.
Probably on their list. Sauce was clearly number 1. But if you come out of the first round and you move up to get the final pick in the first round for the Jets, and you get a guy that's in your top 8, you know, now it comes down to how good is their talent evaluation.
Well, that's the bottom line.
But they got guys they wanted, so let's rock and roll.
They got to be good. I mean, they could be as highly ranked as you want. Now's the tough part. The easy part is sitting here for 2 or 3 months watching mock drafts and reading about guys. Now they got to be good. And so I'm not negative about last night's draft. I'm very excited about last night's draft, especially when the Jets traded up and made their 3rd first-round selection, something they haven't done since 2000. And that was actually a pretty good draft when they walked away with 3 guys in the first round, Chad Pennington, John Abraham, and Sean Ellis. But now they got to be good.
Yep.
Now it's the tough part. Now you need Evan Neal to not be Eric Flowers. Because every time the Giants and Jets have made picks over the last decade, we've tried to be optimistic. We've tried to hope that this is the guy. This is going to be a Pro Bowl player. And I'm not saying that based on that track record they won't be. Obviously, it's a brand new administration, especially for the Giants. In the Jets' case, it's only their 3rd draft. But now they got to be good. Now it's the tough part.
Well,
now be good football players.
I view it this way. All right. In, like I said, all the years I've listened to this radio station, all the years I've worked on this radio station, I've never heard a day like I heard today, unless it's like a celebration of a championship.
That's different.
There's obviously a Canyon of Heroes parade. Everyone's all pumped for it. But this covered all spectrums. And here we're at a very interesting place right now. If you're a diehard New York sports fan, okay? Okay. We are now looking at the New York Jets had a great draft. Every Jet fan's all pumped up. Mm-hmm. The New York Giants had a great first round. All Giant fans love the 2 guys they got. So the football fan in this town is loving it right now. The New York Mets are in first place and have more wins than anybody else in baseball. Mm-hmm. The New York Yankees are in first place, have the 2nd most wins of anybody in baseball. We're back.
And you forgot something. In fairness, and the New York Rangers are about to begin a playoff excursion.
That's right.
Either against the Pittsburgh Penguins or the Washington Capitals.
New York is back. We're back on top, right where we belong. Yes. So I can't wait to talk to you about it. You know the phone number is 877-337-6666. Now, one thing happened in last night's draft. Well, I guess a couple things happened that you may not have seen because you were doing the draft show last night. But I just want to bring it up. Number one, how do you mess up the microphone at the start of the draft? They had a terrible situation there where Ice Cube started yelling and screaming, and he blew the mic out. So you couldn't hear Roger Goodell's opening comments. We didn't miss anything. Trust me on that.
Right.
But there's a weird thing, and I'm just asking the question because it sounded weird to me. And I'm only bringing it up because I want to know if I'm the only one who thought it sounded weird. Is that a fair thing for me to say?
You're more than welcome to ask. Did this sound weird?
Yeah, I thought it sounded weird, but maybe I'm wrong. Maybe it's not offensive. It came across as a little offensive and demeaning to me.
You were offended?
I was offended, yeah.
Huh.
Yeah. So, as you know, when they announced the Giants pick, they brought a young man up on stage. His name is Sam Prince. I think he's from Jersey.
Yes.
And Sam Prince, good-looking young kid, dressed jacket and tie. And he's like the hype man. Mm-hmm. Yeah, we didn't know who he was.
He was very pumped up.
Right?
Yes.
Sam Prince introduces Thibodeau as the Giants pick. And here's this great moment for this kid, right?
Yeah.
But Roger Goodell introduced him in a manner that I thought sounded weird.
How do you introduce him? Because me and Loogie are at the sports book, and I've got the audio of Gus Johnson calling the Sixers game throughout the sports book. I saw him hyped up, but I didn't know what Goodell said, so you tell me what he said.
This young man, Sam Prince, was the recipient of a heart transplant, which is, amazing. It's why everyone should donate organs, right?
Right.
He's alive because somebody donated their organs, right? Which is amazing. He goes, here's a Make-A-Wish kid.
Goodell said that?
Yeah. And I'm in my head, I'm like, that doesn't sound right.
He's more than a Make-A-Wish kid.
Right. Here's a Make-A-Wish kid. And I just want to say on behalf of the families that donate organs and those that receive those organs, you are not merely a Make-A-Wish kid.
Yeah.
And it wrung me the wrong way.
He really said it like
and
that?
I'm sorry that I'm opening the show with it. But I feel great for the Prince family and that Sam was out in Vegas being able to do that. And someone saved his life by donating an organ. But it just sounded so demeaning to me. Like, here's a Make-A-Wish kid. So that's all.
Yeah, you're right. You know what just happened last night? Roger Goodell repassed Rob Manfred as the most out-of-touch and worst commissioner in sports.
There you go. I'll tell baseball
Tell
you said
Rob.
that.
He should know that.
I will. I'm having dinner with him tonight. I'll make sure he knows. Okay. Anyway, great night last night. We'll get all your calls on it. 877-337-6666. Carlos is in Bergen County on the Fan. Carlos, what's going on?
Oh, boy. New York is back.
There you go.
New York is all the way back. I'm not even a Mets fan or a Giant fan. The Mets are in first place. Giants had a great draft, but let's talk about the Yankees and Jets, man. Evan, we actually got something here.
The expectations are very, very high. There is no excuse for Zach Wilson. He's got offensive weapons everywhere. I like the offensive line. It's why I didn't think they needed to draft a lineman in the first round. And that's why today I'm wearing a shirt. Zach Wilson is good from our friends at ZachWilsonIsGood.com. Let's freaking go!
That's what I'm talking about, baby. New York is back.
We're back.
And the Yankees are killing it.
I think throughout the day today, Big Mac, I only want to hear New York songs coming out of breaks, okay? Put that other garbage aside for now. We're in a New York state of mind today, everybody.
I love it.
I've never heard Jets and Giants fans this positive at the same time.
But you know what?
It's crazy to me.
Here's the difference, and this is a little difference between the Giants and Jets. And I can't speak for Giant fans. Maybe your expectations are going to be a certain way. My expectations are very, very high. Now, you may say that's delusional. You may say that's crazy. But considering the talent on this roster now through free agency and 3 first-round picks, time to win.
Yeah.
So last year was the opposite. The Jets had no expectations. They could win 4 games, and we'd say, oh, they showed progress. They gave us confidence. I remember saying that to you last year. That's not the bar anymore. The bar is winning. This team needs to win. You want the number? 9 or 10 games.
Yeah, I think they accept that,
No excuse.
charge, too.
No excuse.
I think if you went to Joe Douglas, he'd tell you the same damn thing. And if you're Zach Wilson, it's no more, not that he was messing around. Now you got to be a professional. Now you got to come out there, show the great the great talent that we all believe you have, and you have to become a legitimate stud quarterback.
You know what's great about this? I think for years we've done it with Daniel Jones. We did it with Sam Darnold. We did it a little bit with Geno Smith. We walk away and say, I'm not sure about the quarterback. I don't know. The offensive line, not enough weapons, the run game. We always sit here and make excuses. Here's the beauty about year or two of Zach Wilson. There are no excuses. There are no excuses. We are going to know definitively, without a shadow of a doubt, if this kid is the answer or not.
Zach Wilson's either going to become the biggest star in this city or he's going to be a guy that you put out an APB for.
Yeah.
There's no in between because the Jets have now built a really good team around him. And it's only going to get better tonight's draft and the rest of the weekend. And they may even acquire another guy or two. Who the hell knows? Joe Douglas is doing his job right now. Zach Wilson's going to have to do his. And by the way, we accept an average to middle and first year. It's part of the deal. Yeah. We get it. But we don't accept that in year two.
No, the bar's different now. Robert Saleh had a honeymoon last year with most Jet fans, not all. Zach Wilson had a honeymoon with a lot of Jet fans last year. The honeymoon's over. I mean, now it's about winning football games. Last year was a very different kind of year, and I remember talking about it with you. All they have to do is show competence. That was the bar for the 2021 New York Jets. Just show a little bit of competence. The bar in 2022 is they got to win more football games than they lose.
Did those guys send you that shirt, or was that the one they sent me and you took it?
No, they sent it to me.
You sure?
And they sent one to you.
All right, so
the difference between you and I is I'm wearing my shirt and you still have it in its package.
Well, I'm not sure if they want you wearing it.
They sent it to me.
Okay, I'm just, I'm just saying.
You haven't even opened your shirt.
No, I mean, I know what it is. I'll bring it home. I'm going to give it to Lucky, and he's going to wear it.
Well, why not today?
Well, because I came dressed for work today.
What are you wearing?
I'm wearing a sweatshirt.
That says what?
I don't know.
The Stronghold?
Stronghold. That's right.
Okay, I'm supporting our young quarterback. Are you offended that I don't have muscles bulging out of the shirt?
Yeah, what I'm saying is the people that made the shirt may not want you wearing it.
They sent it to me. And if you were wearing it, you'd have blubber coming out because you're fat.
There's no blubber, dude.
So you got a choice.
I'm down 12 pounds now, buddy.
The Zach Wilson is good. People have a choice. The scrawniness of Evan Roberts or the blubber of Craig Carton. Your choice.
I'm just saying, did they send it to you to wear it on TV?
Why did they send it to me?
Because they know you're a Jet fan. Maybe it's like a night shirt for you. I don't know.
I thought today was the perfect day to wear it. I'm in a very Jetsian mood.
I think you should be.
While I'm not, celebrating anything, I'm happy about the draft. I just present a cautionary tale to everybody.
Brandon Tierney said on Twitter that yesterday was the best day the Jets have had since Super Bowl III. Like, people are getting crazy right now.
No, he didn't say that.
Oh, yeah, no, he did say that.
No, they went to
He said it facetiously.
Oh, okay.
And I said to him when I came in just to start our show, facetious doesn't read well.
I mean, going to New England and beating the Patriots in the playoffs, I'll never forget that night. I could argue is one of the greatest sports moments I've ever had. Let alone Jet moment.
Last night was great, but put on a helmet and tackle somebody.
And look, if these guys bust out, we're going to look back at this day and say, what a disaster.
Exactly. I do love a lot of the confidence, though. We'll get all your calls throughout the afternoon. The NFL draft's alive and well now, buddy.